Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday, hope you're all smashing it. I'm sick of this cold weather. Who else is like proper longing for spring to come? So, little video today. So we're basically into just over a year of owning the 435. What's it cost me? And what are my thoughts on the car? Am I itching to get rid of it? So, what's it cost me over the year? So I've put about 16,000 miles on this car now. It's just ticked on to 46,000. So it's mileage, mainly doing motorway driving, a bit of town driving, commute every day. Obviously, as most of you know, I've come from the f32, which was a fantastic car. Obviously I swapped it for the f32 435i. So what's it cost me over a year? So obviously talk about the basics first. So to tax it, I do it 6 months about. I think it's about 167 or 169 pound for 6 months road tax. My insurance I pay monthly. I'm 42. It's costing me £51 a month through Aviva. They're giving me a renewal price of £47, which is fantastic for a change. It's gone down. Obviously I swapped from a trade policy, which was costing me a lot of money, and I only had one car. So there was no point. That was back in the day where I owned 3 cars at once. Yeah, silly, expensive. So maintenance wise, what's it cost me? So I got it serviced just before Christmas through Chris, who does the mapping, CL Autos. He charged me about 120 quid, which is not bad. Got to do it on these cars. You can't mess around with oil services and stuff like that. So other wear and tear costs, I had to just recently put a set of back tyres on. Now this is running Pirelli P0s all round on a run flat, and I know I've stated in previous videos how much I hated run flats from the Continentals that I had, or the Conti Sports I had on my F30. Now I had to replace the back tyres on this because I felt it just like making a bit of a wobbling, bit of a skipping as I was changing lanes on the motorway, and just generally losing a lot of traction. So obviously I put a lot of tyre shine on my car, so you inspect the tyres and you think, well, I've got a couple of mil of tread there, and it did seem even, but when I got underneath, they were quite low. And one of them, it had some big chunks out the back tyre, quite close to the actual rim. Obviously, without getting down and getting underneath, you'd never see it. So I had to make, rang round, and a lot of people don't stock. Smaller tyre companies didn't stock the 255s and the Pirellis. So I went for Pirelli run flats again. I went to Quick Fit and they cost me £460. I was desperate for them. I will never ever go to Quick Fit again. I needed them. I picked Pirellis because, in all honesty, as a run flat, they're not that bad on these 19s. They're quite comfortable. I'm not banging over everything, so there's a big difference there, I personally find, between the Pirellis and the Continentals. So if anyone's looking at Pirelli run flats at a BM, I'd say they're alright. I know if you take P0, everyone takes the piss. P0, zero grip. These aren't too bad with, nearly like 380 horsepower running through the back wheels. So I'll never use Quick Fit again. I've got gloss black wheels. I said to them, because the paint on these was quite weak on the edge, they've had a bit of a bodge spray, so can you just be careful? Put a bit of extra tyre soap on, because I said the paint's weak. So we did that, didn't take any paint off, but into the face of the rims, they've just put loads of hairline scratches, and you probably wouldn't notice it if it was silver, but because it's a gloss black, it just looks a bugger, and you know, I've just like, I'm not happy with it. And obviously now I've booked the car in for getting the wheels powder coated, which that's going to cost me 300 quid. But it's not maintenance, so it's not cost that I've had to adhere to. It's just because of the aesthetics of the car. And that's basically what it's cost me in a year: a service and 2 back tyres. It's been alright, you know what I mean? Obviously the fuel economy is not great compared to my F30, my 330D, but I knew that when I was buying the car anyway. Am I itching to get rid of it? I did say on the channel a couple of months back that I was gonna look at getting another car. Now, at the minute, financially, with the way things are going in work, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. And I'm in the process of, I've been posting recently because I'm in the process of buying a house, which is obviously cost and a little minor with solicitors. So I'm just going to sit on the purchasing a new car for a bit and just deal with what I've got and maintain it. Other costs with this car, obviously I've done little aesthetic modifications and I've had bits of paintwork done, but again, that is off my own back. It's not what the car needed. So over the year it's been quite reliable. I do get a permanent intermittent engine management light, which is saying my cats have failed. I don't know if that's something to do with I've opened the second flap up on the exhaust, or the pop and bang mat when I had that has done something a bit naughty to the cats. I don't know, but other than that, you know, I get the engine management light, I turn it off and it's good for a week or so, like, so I just live with that. I would like to put an exhaust on, deal with it at some point, but again, money. So basically the car's not been too bad. I'm still enjoying driving the car, it still performs well. Obviously it is a bit more expensive to run than my 330D, but it's a petrol 3-litre turbo. So obviously my dad's now got the 330e G21, which is obviously 2-litre turbo with hybrid assist, and round town the mileage he does, what we do, the electric is quite good. You find obviously you charge it up, and it tootles round town for a couple of days and hardly uses the petty motor, so it's great, it's quiet. I also did a run to Preston the other day driving a Mercedes GLB, full electric. Now I am anti-electric, excuse me, I'm a petrol head, I love it. I love a big diesel and I love a big dirty 6-cylinder petrol or a V8. That has always been me. So I'm driving this electric GLB and I put my foot down and I think, blinking heck, it flew. And I was like, I actually quite enjoyed it. It was mad. I thought, oh God, I could actually drive one of these. But it hasn't got that intoxicating noise of a 6-cylinder turbo. So I think electric cars, you know, I might sway to having one at one point, because let's face it, that instant torque's just phenomenal, but there is no heart and soul to them. You know, I love my BM. It feels fantastic, but I'm not ready for an electric car, so I don't think I'll be forking out anytime soon. And to be honest, the 435, you know, it still gets me. I still think I like this. You know what I mean? I'm not bored of it. The only reason I got rid of the 330D, because the 330D was a fantastic car, and part of me sits there some days and I think I should have kept that car. There was nothing wrong with it. It looked the part. Fair enough, the spec inside, it wasn't the spec I wanted, but from an aesthetic point of view and the performance of the car, I thought it was fantastic. It was fast as well. Doing the draggy times at 4.8 to 60. And that was off a stage one map. Still not draggy. This probably isn't as fast, but it feels fantastic. This, like, you put it in sport mode. Yeah, it's just great. I love it. Again, I'm not itching to get rid of this. I'll keep it. You know, sometimes you think, oh, still look at M140s and you think, that B58, but I'm not desperate for it. So I think if you're in the market for a 435, if you've got one that's been well maintained, and that, they don't cost a massive amount. Like, obviously I'm probably going to be into discs and pads in the next 12 months, but that's just part and parcel of it, isn't it? So no, quite happy with the car. Have I got any mods coming up? You know, I keep looking at wheels and stuff, but I'm getting these refurbed the back end of this week. I like them. Nice OEM look. Exhaust, I'd like an exhaust. Thought about suspension, but with them front splitters on them, it just makes sense with the way the roads are and speed bumps. All you see on the BMW forums is people losing splitters, so I'll just keep it factory in all honesty. Other than that, there's nothing really I want to do with the car. You know, look at maybe downpipes and stuff like that and maybe tuning it, but the car's got to be practical. So I think I'll just keep it as is. She still goes. So there we go, guys. That just about wraps up today's video. Year of owning the 435. She's not been bad so far. I know M55s get a lot of stick, but keep them maintained and hopefully it'll go on for some more years. Hopefully get out in this soon, do a bit of a review against Tom's Tourer. New spoilers looking nice. She's not a bad car really. I like it. Get them wheels refurbed. It'll look nice and fresh. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And remember, like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.